Hello, guys. I'll be starting in 5 minutes. I'll just wait for folks to join and then we'll can get started.
Oh, two-wheeler.
Hello. Yeah, guys. So did you guys get a chance to check the homework questions? Was anybody able to solve the homework questions? So in the last class, I think in between my internet dropped. So the recording got split into two parts. That is why maybe the recording is like that. Yes, were you able to do that? Rotate image. Okay, no issues. We'll try it today. No problem. Okay, let me know when my screen is visible, guys. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible now. Okay. So this question is kind of similar to the rotate matrix one. Only difference is you are asked to rotate a box over here instead of a matrix. So what is a box, guys? How is my box represented exactly in this question? Sir, please do question in second half. No, we'll discuss the homework questions first. Excuse me. Yeah, sure. It's already at 125%. Okay. Let me increase the font size in the editor. Okay, better. So you are given an M cross N matrix of characters, which is called a box, representing the side view of a box. Side view of a box. Each cell of the box is one of the following. So each cell will either be a stone, it will be a stationary object, which is a star, or the part will be empty. Okay? So this is not a portal question. This is a lead code question that is ported to your portal. The box is rotated 90 degrees clockwise, causing some of the stones to fall due to gravity. So I hope everybody is aware about gravity, right? Each stone falls down until it lands on an obstacle, another stone, or the bottom of the box. Okay. So gravity can only pull the stone down until there is empty space, right? The moment it encounters an obstacle, it will stop falling. Is that clear, everyone? Right. Again, the inertia from the box rotation does not affect the stone's position. Okay, so we do not have to consider this. It is guaranteed that each stone in the box rests on an obstacle, another stone, or the bottom of the box. See, return an N cross M matrix representing the box after the rotation. So let's copy this image, guys, and let's take it to OneNote. Okay. So this is something that is going to happen. I have been given a box that either has a stone, it has empty space, or it has an obstacle, and I have been asked to rotate the box. So guys, if my stones are like this, and if I rotate the box, what will happen? One stone is here, the other stone is here. The effect of gravity will be on this stone, right? And it will make it fall down. It will fall on top of this stone, and this is the final state. Is this clear to everyone? Right. Now let's consider another example. Do we have? Yes. Okay. So over here, what is happening? When I rotate this box, what is the initial state? One stone is here, another stone is here, and another stone is here. Then they are saying that they have obstacles at these 2 points. So what will happen? Effect of gravity will be on all the stones, but which one will fall? Only this one will fall. Why? Because this one is already resting on top of this stone, and this stone is resting on top of a stationary object. So this the final state of this one will be like this. Is this clear to everyone? Right. Okay. How do I approach this problem? My input is basically the matrix which represents the box. And my output is going to be another matrix of transposed dimension. Right. So if I transpose this matrix, I will get the dimension of the output matrix. Is this clear to everyone? Right. So first of all, guys, if I have an M cross N matrix, my output will be N cross M. Is this fact clear to everyone? Okay. So guys, will I need extra space for this question? Yes, I will need extra space because the dimension of my matrix itself is changing, right? So I will just create a result variable, right? And this will be a matrix of matrix with dimension of this. I hope that is clear. Okay. Now guys, let me illustrate one example to you. Let me give you another example. Let's say that I have a box like this. Okay. And I have a stone here. I have another stone here. I have one stone here and I have another stone here. And there is this particular stationary object that will not move, right? So if I flip this box, if I rotate this box with by 90 degrees, initially the box will look like this. Did I draw one more? Yes. Yeah. So I have stones over here and I have one stationary object over here, right? So guys, can I say that effect of gravity will first be on these two stones? Can I say that these two stones are going to come down first, right? So after this stone falls down, only then this stone above will start falling. Do you agree with this fact? Right. So guys, can I be sure about one thing, that I want to iterate from the bottom to the up? So basically I want to iterate the stone at the bottommost part first, and then I want, after moving this, I will iterate for the stone on top of this stone. Is this clear? Everyone, that is clear? Why will I iterate from the bottom stone and then I will iterate for the top stone, right? What is the problem? Who is asking? Nandini. Tell me which part are you having? So see, we want to find out the final state of each of the stone, right? We want to find out the final resultant state of each stone, right? So if I want to find the final state of this stone, can I move this stone down in any way? I cannot move this stone down because this stone is already present over here, right? So before moving this stone down, I want to move this stone. तभी तो इसको और नीचे बढ़ा पाएंगे. Do you agree? Is this clear now? Why will I iterate from bottom to up? Okay. And I will, and does my row affect any, does my row affect gravity? So the stones in this particular column will only affect this column, and the stone in this column will only affect this column. So can I sequentially iterate for this? Yes, I can just sequentially iterate for the column or the row basically. Is that clear, everyone? Everybody. So I will first of all write a basic for loop for I is equal to 0 till m. So what am I doing? I'm iterating these rows, right? अब इसमें क्या कर रहे हैं, इसमें पीछे से आगे आ रहे हैं. From the back I am coming to the front. So I will check for stones from this point. I will check from this point about the stones, where the stones are, right? Now guys, now let's say that I am iterating from the back. Let's say I am iterating from this point. My j is over here. Okay. So if I come to this point, am I aware about this? Am I aware about this stationary object if I only have iterated up till this point? Am I aware about that stationary object? No, I am not aware about that stationary object. So guys, can I say that the last blank, the lowest blank space is this one? Can I say that the lowest blank space is this one? For now, just for now, I am saying that the lowest blank space is this one, right? Is this clear so far? Now in the next iteration, my j is over here. So now guys, can I see this stationary object? Can I see this stationary object? Yes. So now guys, what do I say? Which is my lowest blank space where a rock can fall? Which is the lowest blank space where a rock can fall? Can I say it is this? I don't know if there is a blank space here. So I cannot say that. You know, I cannot say because I haven't iterated for this. Do you agree? So if I encounter this particular stationary object, I can say that I don't have any blank space right now. Now in the next iteration, if I come over here, I can say that this is the lowest blank space possible. Is that clear, guys? Yes. Now in the next iteration, I can see that I have a stone. So what will I do, guys? I will move this stone to the lowest blank space, right? I will move this stone over here. Is that clear, guys? Now, what can I say about the lowest blank space? I can say this is the lowest blank space now. Enough. And after this, when my j is over here, again I have a rock. I will move it to the lowest blank space, which is this one. And I will remove the rock from here. Is this clear, guys? Right. Now, similarly, when I is equal to 1, here I was 0, now I is equal to 1. My j will come over here. My lowest blank space is this. Now again, my j is coming here, but my lowest blank space will remain this. Again, my j is coming here, but my lowest blank space will remain this only, right? And now I come here, I see there is a rock. I remove this and I put the rock here. Now guys, what is the lowest blank space? This is the lowest blank space, right? Now again, my j is coming here. I find a rock. I remove it from here. I move it to the lowest blank space. Now, can I say this is the final? This is my final output. I just have to rotate it. Right? Is this clear, everyone? Everybody is clear? How to determine obstacle? What part? Which obstacle we have? Only one of this obstacle, stationary object, we are calling it. It is denoted by a dot. A crystal or basically a stone is denoted by a star. So this is what. So a dot is basically a blank space and a hash is a stone and star is a stationary object. Stationary object मतलब उससे नीचे कुछ हो नहीं सकता, right? So I had written one loop. Yes, we will keep track of lowest space and then we will move it accordingly. Yes. So I will write the outer loop for I is equal to 0 till I is equal to 0 till m, right? Because I have m number of rows, right? And then I will say int bottom. Initially, I will say int bottom is my n minus 1, which is the last index. I will say my bottom is last index initially. And then I will do my for loop for j. For j is equal to 0 till n, right? And over here, I will perform my iterations. Okay? Is this clear, guys? Now I can say, oh, sorry. Yes, exactly. Thanks. So, apna j ka loop will go from n minus 1 till 0. So we will check it in this loop because we are at the bottommost part only. We will check from this point itself. Transpose, we won't be doing transpose. I explained the question like this. I explained the question like this so that it is easy for you to understand. But what we will do is we will just create a result variable and populate our result variable instead of actually manipulating this. समझ में आया? What are you saying? We can proceed from start. No. Who is asking question? Right. So far everybody followed, right? So let's just consider an example case, the simplest one that we have, which is this. And this is my output, right? This is my output. Okay. Then I will populate this output along with the iteration of this loop. Okay. So my I is equal to 0. And initially my j is equal to 0, 1, 2. So j is equal to 2 initially. Okay. Now, in my output, guys, what is my desired output? I can say my desired output is this, right? One stone is here, another stone is here, right? So, initially, I can just say that if my box I j is equal to if my box ij is equal to a hash. What is a hash, guys? According to the question, a hash is a stone, right? So if my box ij is a stone, what do I want to do, guys? I want to say that my result variable, my result ka bottommost and m minus 1 minus j. Yes. Result ka bottommost, no, not j, m minus 1 minus I, because we are transposing it. M minus 1 minus I is equal to hash, right? So what is bottommost, guys? Bottommost is n minus 1. So what is n minus 1 right now? N minus 1 is 2. And what is m minus 1 minus I? Currently, m is equal to currently the value of m is equal to, what do we have here? Achha, m is 1 cross 0, 1 cross 3. So m is equal to 1. So m minus 1 minus I, which is equal to 0, right? So result ka 2, 0, which is this index, right? I will say it is a stone. Is that clear, guys? Sir, we can move in this matrix to right, then transpose this. Okay, wait. Um, so consider bottommost, which is my this particular variable. Consider this to be the bottommost place any stone can fall in the current iteration, right? So if I'm concerned with this particular row, just imagine bottom to be the bottommost place any stone can fall for now, right? Is this clear? Is this variable clear? Right now, since I have already found a stone over here, can I say that bottommost is also this? So I want to place this stone at the bottommost place in my result variable, right? I want to place this stone in the bottommost place in the result variable, right? So I will say result ka bottom ka m minus 1 minus I is equal to a stone, which is basically result ka 2, 0. Is this clear? Result 2, 0 is equal to a stone because box ij was a stone, right? Everybody following this? Now, what do I want to do? I want to update my bottommost as well. So my bottommost will be decremented because I have used this bottommost index. So my bottom is now over here. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear, everyone? Right. And if it is not a stone, I will say else if box I j is equal to a star. What is a star, guys? A star is a stationary object. If it is a star, what do I want to do? I will just say res. I will say res j and again m minus 1 minus I is equal to star. So if it is a stationary object, it will not move. So instead of placing it at the bottommost, I am placing it at j only. Is that clear, everyone? And I can say bottom is equal to j minus 1, right? And this is the end of my iteration. And finally, I can return my result. This is it. These two cases and these two loops. That's it. Is that clear to everyone? If no one is clear, what we can do is we can write the code and then we can dry run through the code. Yes. Let's quickly type in the code. Okay, so m minus 1 minus I. I'll just explain that quickly after I write the code. I have copied value to new array. So this res variable is the new array. So I am assigning values. So this is the copy only. So I will say int, let's take out the dimensions of the box first. Box dot length, right? And int n is equal to box ka 0 dot length. Is this clear? The dimensions of the box? No, we are just creating a new variable where we will place our stones accordingly. Now I will say my result variable res is equal to new n cross m. Is this clear, guys? My result variable of opposite dimensions. So I think it will be char, right? Char over. Okay. Now I want to just write my for loops. I less than m and I plus plus, and I will say int bottom is equal to n minus 1, and for int j is equal to n minus 1, j is greater than equal to 0, comma j minus minus. Now I have two cases. One is a stone and the other one is a stationary object. So if my box, if my box ij equals a hash, if my box ij is equal to hashtag, it is a stone. So what do I want to do? This would come here. Right. If my box ij is equal to a hashtag, that means it is a stone. So I want to place this stone at the correct place in my output. So I will say res. I will say res ka bottom. See, you can see that I am flipping the inj values for res. I am flipping the inj values for res. Why am I flipping it? Because res is of exact opposite dimension to my original box. Is this thing clear to you guys? ठीक है? So res ka bottom and so this m minus 1 minus I is quite similar to the rotation in that particular question that we did, the way we were determining the quads. It is quite similar to that. When I dry run, you guys will understand. This is equal to a hash, and I will say bottom minus minus, and else if box ka I j is equal to a star, I will do res j and m minus 1 minus I is equal to a star, and bottom is equal to j minus 1, and outside here I can return let's run it. Okay, so the stone did fall down, but we did not add this blank space, so we have to add a dot. So I can just say res j m minus 1 minus I is equal to dot. Yeah, passed. Case 2 also passed. Case 3 also passed. Okay. Let's quickly go through this. I hope this text is visible to everyone. Okay. Let's consider example 2. Example 2, this one. Okay. So let me just write down the coordinates first of all. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1. Okay. And don't bother about this. We will create our separate. This is my res. Okay. This is after flipping, this is 1, 0. No, rather this is 0, 1 and 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So far everybody followed. Now I have created my variables. I have created my res also. Now I am looping. What is the initial value of I, guys? I is equal to 0 right now. ठीक है, in the first iteration I is equal to 0. Is that clear? So which row am I concerned with? I am concerned with this row right now. Is that clear to everyone? I am concerned with the first row, right guys? Okay, now what is my bottom value? My bottom is equal to 3 right now, which is this particular cell. Okay, for this row, my bottom is equal to 3 and my j initially is also equal to 3, right? Now, what happens in this for loop? In this for loop, what is at this point? This point has an empty space, right? This point has an empty space. So what am I saying? Initially, I am saying res j and m minus 1 minus I. What is the value of j right now? J is equal to 3 and m minus 1 minus I is equal to what? So my m is equal to 2, n is equal to 3 right now. है ना? No, m is equal to 2, n is equal to 4, right? So m minus 1 minus I will return what, guys? It will return 1. Do you agree? And j is equal to 3, right? So इस matrix का 3, 1 पे I will put a blank. Is this clear? Is this clear to you guys? According to this line, I will put a blank over here. Do you follow this? So my I is equal to 0, j is equal to 3, right? Now, since I can see that this point is a blank, this is a blank space. So what should I put over here? This is the rotated corresponding point, right? So I should put a blank over here. Do you agree with me? A blank belongs here, right? So I will put a blank and this is how I am calculating the coordinate. Okay? Now my j will be decremented. J becomes 2. So j is at this point. What is over here? It is a stationary object. So which condition will return true? First, initially I will put a blank according to this line, but this condition will also trigger and this will say that if box ka this location is a stationary object, then put a stationary object in the resultant output as well. Okay? Is this clear? Now, guys, is any rock in this particular column, will it be able to fall beyond this point? Will it be able to fall beyond this point? Any rock? No rock will be able to fall beyond a stationary object. Do you agree with that? है ना? So I will update my bottom to be j minus 1. So bottom is j is equal to 2, j minus 1 is this. I am just considering this to be the bottommost part. ठीक है? Is this clear to everyone? So my bottom is updated to 1 right now. है ना? Now again, my j is over here. My j is again decremented. It comes over here. It sees that this is a blank space. So correspondingly, it puts a blank space over here also. Is that clear, guys? And now j is decremented again. It sees this rock. And what does it do? It sees this rock and it says that this rock should fall to the bottom. So I will say res ka bottom comma m minus 1 minus I. What is bottom? Bottom is 1 and m minus 1 minus I is also 1, right? So res ka 1 comma 1 pe a rock will come. Is this clear, guys? and bottom is decremented. So this is the bottommost place now where any rock can fall. Is the question clear to you guys now? Everybody clear, right? No doubts remain. Do I have to explain this second column? Not required, right? I think you guys can figure out by yourselves. Right. So let me just put the code for this in your doc. This is a good follow-up question on the matrix rotation. ठीक है? Please mention date. Okay, let me. Today is the third lecture, right? आज कौन सा lecture है? आज fifth है. Okay. So this was lecture 4. And over here we will have lecture 5. ठीक है? When are the homework questions get updated? The moment class ends, I update the homework questions. Doc link is present in your Discord. So to solve these two homework questions, I think we are taking up the entire class. That is why more than 2 questions if we take, then the next class will be gone by explaining the homework questions only. Right, guys. So tell me, guys, this is another question. I hope that some of you may have already solved it. Combination sum is a very common question. Yeah, I was hoping some of you guys may have already solved it. This is a very common question. The concept that is applied here is called backtracking, but it requires recursion as well. So I'll just go through this one now. What is the question, guys? What are you saying? Don't explain, just give 4 or 5 good questions, then explain 1 and 2. And if I don't explain the 3 and 4, then those who are not able to solve it, they will complain. So given an array of distinct integers, okay, it is said that the array is of distinct integers, candidates and target integer target. Return a list of all unique combinations of candidates where the chosen numbers sum to target. Okay, so I have been given a target value, right? And I want to find a combination of these values such that the sum of the values is equal to 7. And you can see that I am allowed to use numbers repeatedly. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys? So backtracking is a part of module 4, but this question is often asked as an array question or as a recursion question. That is why without explaining backtracking, we can approach it for now. But module 4 mein backtracking will be done in detail. Okay. So what is my basic, so I don't need to read the entire question. Some questions you can just figure out that what you want to do. So if I have an array 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and my target is equal to 7, it is said that you can use any of these values and the sum of the group of those values should be equal to 7, and it is also asking me to find all such possible groups, right? So one group is 2 comma 2 comma 3, right? This is equal to 7, sum is equal to 7. Another group is 3 comma 4, the sum is equal to 7, right? Can you find any other groups, guys, over here? Yes, another one I can say is 2 comma 5, the sum is 7. Yes. Any other? 6 से तो नहीं होगा, 4 से हो ही गया, right? No other group is possible. Yes, you can use any number of times. So let's say if I had 1 in this array, then I could have used 1 7 number of times. ठीक है? Is this clear to everyone? Question is clear? Right? So how do I approach this problem? How do I approach? Let me try to draw the tree for you guys, how this problem is going to proceed. Okay? So let's say that I am constructing one array. Let's say that I am constructing one array that will be my output. I will start with a blank array. I hope you know that if I'm constructing an array, I will start with a blank array, right? And the array that I can take elements from is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the array that I can take elements from, right? Now I will start from this particular point. I will start from 2. Okay? Now guys, let's say that I add 2 into my array. What is the remaining target that I want to achieve? What is the remaining target that I want to achieve? So over here the remaining target is 7. Over here the remaining target is 5. Can I say this? Now guys, let's say I add another 2. So 2, 2. The remaining target is 3 now. Is this clear? Right? Now let's say I add another 2. What is the remaining target? It is 1. Okay? So अब remaining target is 1. Now if I add a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6, everyone will overshoot. Right? Everyone will overshoot my target. है ना? So what will I do? I will backtrack to the previous state. I will backtrack to the previous state. So I will go back over here. Right? Now, instead of adding a 2, I will add the next element available, which is 3. Is this an answer? Is this an answer? Is this an answer, guys? Yes, because my target is 0 now. Okay? Everybody followed this, right? Similarly, when all the combinations of this particular branch of 2 is exhausted, when all the combinations of the branch of 2 is exhausted, what will I do? I will open up a branch that will start from 3 and will take elements after 3 only, right? So either remaining target is 4. If I add another 3, what is happening? My target is 1. Now my target is overshoot. So I will backtrack and I will add 3, 4. My target is met. Is this clear, guys? So this is what a backtracking problem is. Overshoot का मतलब है मेरा I wanted to achieve a target of 7, but I am getting a value more than that. मतलब 8 आ गया या फिर 9 आ गया. That is more than 8. So is the approach clear, guys? How do I want to construct my groups? How do I want to construct my groups? I hope that is clear, right? I will add values. If my target overshoots, I will backtrack to the previous state. Yes, Yes, right. Based on current remaining target. Yes, yes, Arindam. What if we didn't have 5 in the array? Then how to not take 2 comma 5? I didn't get you, Bharat. Can only be solved. Yes, this is a classical backtracking question itself. Either you can do it brute force or backtracking. Brute force may you find all the combinations. Backtracking may you are not finding all the combinations. Rather, the moment you are going wrong, you go to the previous state. You don't proceed with the further wrong answer. Time complexity is high for backtracking questions. I'll come to that. We can do this using hash map, right? Keeping all the answers in the set. So you will have to create all the arrays with all the sums, but that will basically create all the arrays with all the sums, right? But over here, I am not creating all arrays with all sums. I am creating all the arrays up till the sum of my target. Matlab, if you try to do it in a brute force manner, you will end up creating arrays with sum 9 as well. But here, the moment my sum is overshooting, I am going back. I am not proceeding. Do we need to take continuous elements? I'm not getting your question. Yeah, let me just write the pseudo code. But most of you, I hope you are clear with the approach, right? Okay. So let's write the pseudo code for it. So what will I do? I will just create another function called backtrack. Okay. So public void backtrack. It will take my initial elements, right? It will take my target value and it will have another index called rejected. I will explain what rejected means in some time. And I can also pass a blank array, right? Now, guys, can you see that initially I am starting with a blank array? So this is the blank array that I am passing over here. Is this clear? Okay. And I am also starting with a target. So initially my target variable will be 7 over here. And my elements will be, let's say, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm not taking 6 because it is not even being considered. Okay. Now, guys, let's write in any recursive question. What do you do first? You first get the base cases out of the way, right? You get the base cases out of the way, है ना? Everybody agrees. So base case क्या हो सकता है? If my target becomes less than 0, right? So in every place I am decrementing the target. यहाँ पर 7 है, यहाँ पर 5 है, यहाँ 3, यहाँ पे 1 और इधर में माइनस में चला जाएगा. Do you agree? So my target is overshooting, right? So if my target is becoming less than 0, I will return, right? I don't want to do anything further. Is this clear? Now, if target is equal to 0, you have a solution. Is this clear? Right? Now we will write our actual logic. Initially, guys, do I have when I am starting off my iteration, am I allowed to take any element from 2 till the end? initially, am I allowed to take any element from 2 till the end? Yes. But after I am done with all the combination of 2, what am I doing? I am taking 3 from the beginning. What does that mean? I am taking all elements after 3 only. है ना? All elements 3 and after 3. So what is my rejected? Initially my rejected is 0. But when I want to take all elements after 3 only, my rejected will be 1. What does that mean? That I have rejected this value. I will not take it now. Is this clear? So initially the value of rejected is 0. That means I can take any element from the array. Okay? If my rejected is equal to 0, that means I can take any element from the array. If the target is 10, then is that possible? Yes, that will happen. Yes. So always the lower value will come first. So 2,5 पहले आएगा, 5,2 नहीं बनेगा, because I'm rejecting the value. There is also a question combination sum 2 which allows this kind of combination. So you can after I do combination sum 1, you can give combination to sum 2 a short by yourselves. Okay. So guys, what will I do? I will start my iteration for I is equal to what? Will I start from 0 or will I start from rejected? Tell me. Will I start from 0 or will I start from rejected? Tell me guys. I will start from rejected. Yes. Rejected till length of array. Okay. What will I do guys? I will, in this blank list that I have, in my blank list, I will just do add. What will I add? I will add element ka I. The element at that particular index. Okay. I have added that element. Okay. So I had this array, I added the element. Now what will I do? I will recursively call backtracking again. So I will say backtrack on my elements, comma, my target is now subtracted. So target minus element ka I, comma, what is my rejected? My rejected will be I only, because I am allowed to take duplicate values, right? And after that, I will just pass on the list that I have, which is this, right? Now, after this backtracking call, what do I want to do? I want to restore my previous state. I want to restore my previous state. So I will do this dot remove. I will do this dot remove last element. This is the entire code. Is this clear to you? Or I'm sure after writing the code and after dry run, you will be much more clearer. The last element in my list will be removed. So let's quickly write the code for this. I will first of all create a backtracking function, right? So public void, let's call it BT. Public void backtrack. It will take my elements. So क्या है एलिमेंट का नाम कैंडिडेट्स है, तो इसको कॉपी कर लेते हैं. My candidates, I'm taking my target, I'm taking int rejected, and I'm taking a array list as input, which is my temporary list. Array list of type integer, let's call it list. Okay. Now if my target is less than 0, which means that I overshot my target. What do you mean, wrapper class? Oh, right. Thanks. Yeah. If my target is less than 0, which means I overshot, so I will return ठीक है. Now if my target is equal to 0, I found the solution. ठीक है. I will implement that in some time, and now I will just run a for loop. Candidates dot length comma I plus I want to do list dot add candidates I, then I will just call bt on my candidates, comma target will be target minus candidates I, comma what if there were negative elements also. So this is the constraint. What is rejected, sir? I just explained what is rejected while I was explaining the code. Excuse me. So I will pass I as rejected, and I will also pass the same list. And finally, I just list dot remove list dot size -1, basically removing last element. After this backtracking call, this is looking good. I only have to implement this. So let's create a list over here. List of integer. Let's call it res is equal to new array list. I will do res dot add my temporary list. Res dot add new. Res dot add new array list from my actual list, and then I can return from here. Line number 13. Yeah. What is the problem? And over here, I just want to make the initial backtracking call on my candidates, comma target, comma my initially rejected is 0, and I just pass a new array list here, which is my return list. This is the code, I guess. Let me explain this first. I know this is a bouncer for a lot of people. Right. So let me explain one iteration of this. This one. So are you familiar with the concept of shallow copy and deep copy? ये नहीं बताया किसी ने. Some are familiar, some are not familiar. So अच्छा, तो shallow copy, deep copy बताना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. ठीक है. So I will just draw shallow copy and deep copy. ठीक है. So let's say that this is my memory. ठीक है. Let's say this is my memory. These are my memory cells. ठीक है. Let's say there is an element stored over here. ठीक है. And variable a is pointing to this element. ठीक है. Variable a is pointing to that element. ठीक है. Now, if I say b is equal to a, or something like that, then B will also start pointing to A. समझ में आया? B will also start pointing to this location only. Now, if the value at that location changes, then both variables will be affected. समझ में आया? Now, if the value at that location changes, the value of both variables will be affected. Is that clear? But in deep copy, what I do, I have the same memory. A is pointing here. What will I do? I will copy the data to a new location and point B over here. Now, if this location value changes, B will be unaffected. Is this clear? So this line is basically a deep copy. In Java, there is a rule of thumb. In Java, there is a rule of thumb. Whenever the new keyword is used, then new memory is allocated. Is this clear? If the new keyword is not used, then new memory is not allocated. Only I am pointing to the previous memory location. समझ में आ गया? Yes. So यहाँ पर भी I am creating an object of array list only. Is this clear to you guys? Deep copy में कुछ कोई difference नहीं है. Only the data from this location is copied to a new location. Instead of this pointer referencing to this data point only, it is copying it to a new location and referencing that. So these two variables are independent. But in shallow copy, they are dependent. Direct add करोगे तो this same list only I am manipulating. So this list will be manipulated and the list added to my res will also change its value. So let me just quickly run this for you. I'll just remove this and let me just run this. You will see that the res is always blank. Res will be filled with blank array. ठीक है? अब खाली न्यू एरे लिस्ट ऐड कर दिया. इसको डीप कॉपी कर लेंगे, रन करेंगे. इट्स फिल्ड विद द एक्चुअल एरे. ठीक है? Okay, can I explain the question now? Time complexity is exponential for this question. 2 to the power something. Exactly, even I am not aware, but it is 2 to the power something, depends on the input and target. So guys, initially let's say my candidates is equal to 2, 3, 4. Only these three values I'm considering for now. Okay, and let's say that my target is equal to 7 only. Okay, this is the most efficient. The worst case is finding all the subarrays. Finding all the subarrays and also summing the subarrays to find the to match to the target. So finding the subarrays will take n squared, then summing it up will take another n, then matching it up, and that is pretty complicated. So guys, I am starting with this blank array initially, right? I have this blank array over here. What am I doing? My target is equal to 7 initially, है ना? So is my target less than 0? Is my target less than 0? No. So this won't execute. Is my target equal to 0? No, this won't execute. I come over here. What is the value of rejected? Initially rejected is 0. Why is rejected 0? Because I want to consider all elements to be added in my array for now. I want to consider all elements to be added in my array for now. I will start the for loop after adding. I will add a 2 and I will decrement the value of my target here. Okay. So this is a separate instance now. This is a separate instance of this backtracking function. Okay. So 2 got added and the target became 5. Is this clear, everyone? 2 got added and the target became 5. Now, again, what is the rejected value? Rejected value was I. And what was I in this iteration? I was 0 only. So I will take all the values again. Again, another 2 got added and my target became 3, right? Now again, similar to the previous one, another 2 will get added and target became 1. Now guys, if I add another 2, what is the target? Target is -1. It will terminate over here. Do you agree? This will terminate over here, right? So what will happen? It will come to the previous instance of the backtracking function, right? It will come to the previous instance of the backtracking function. Is this clear? This function call returned, so it will come to the previous instance. Now the next iteration of this for loop will run and it will add 3. अगर 3 ऐड करेंगे तो टारगेट -2 हो जाएगा, वापस रिटर्न आ जाएगा, राइट? Similarly for 4 also it will return. Is this clear? Now since this entire for loop executed, I will come back to the previous instance of this. समझ में आ रहा है? फ्लो समझ में आ रहा है सबको? ठीक है. Now over here I will add a 3 now. So my initial iteration was I is equal to 0. Now I is equal to 1. So I will add 2, 2, 3. My target is 0. Now if I try to proceed, it will say that you already have an answer. So I will add this to my result variable. Is this clear? Some of you are getting it, some of you are not getting it. No issues. Now, since this iteration is done, I will remove the last value, which is done over here. I will come back to this iteration. I have 2, 2 again, right? And similarly, all the iterations will happen. I cannot explain all the iterations on this board, but again, after all the iterations for this, it will come back here. It will come back here again. Now what happens, guys? Now my rejected is incremented. So in this initial one, my I has become 1 now. So my rejected will be what? My rejected will be 1. So my iteration will start from this point rather than this point. So अब सबसे पहले 3 ऐड होगा. समझ में आ रहा है? My remaining target is 4. Then I will try to add another 3. Remaining target is 1. इसके बाद can't proceed. Go back. Try to add 4. Reach the target. Is this clear? Okay, so this question was a little difficult. Let me take a quick poll for this. So a good number of people are still not clear on the question. So why aren't you speaking up? Everybody is say when I'm asking, you should just speak up. I just saw 2 people say that it was not clear. Okay, so which part are you guys having problem? Tell me. Let's draw the recursion stack as well. Okay. So initially the backtrack is called for rejected equals to 0 and my array is blank. Okay. My array is blank and rejected is equal to 0. Then it is called for rejected is still 0 but my array is 2. Then it is called for rejected is still 0 but my array is 2 comma 2. Then again backtrack on rejected 0 but array is becoming 2 comma 2 comma 2, right? And after this rejected is still 0, array is 2 2 2 2, but this is overshooting, so I am backtracking to the previous state, removing this. समझ में आया? Rejected is a index. So basically rejected is an index. It basically defines the starting index of candidates array from where I can pick elements to add. ठीक है? Three hours I can't speak at one stretch. So guys, is this question clear to you? Backtracking, yes, it is a little difficult to understand, but once you get it, backtracking questions are quite similar to each other. So एक बार समझ में एक बार एक question अगर hit कर गया, then the other questions will be simple to understand. Try, guys, do if you are having problems understanding, you can try to watch the recording again, or basically try to dry run any small example by yourselves. You guys already have my code. Try to dry run any small example with the stack trace, which is this, with the recursive stack. ठीक है? इसके साथ ट्राई करो ड्राई रन करने का, पेन एंड पेपर लो, पूरा फंक्शन कॉल लिखो, ड्राई रन करो, समझ में आ जाएगा इजीली. Brute force में you calculate all the possible sub arrays and then you sum it up. Actually sub arrays नहीं, all possible sub sequences. So sub sequence निकालने का तो और मुश्किल है, sub array तो फिर भी n squared है, sub sequence निकालने का और higher complexity है. Guys, can we proceed ahead? Yes, I'll check the resume. I'll just explain you guys joins. I think Monday को भी joins we have to do. I'll explain joins थोड़ा 10 minutes लेके, then I will take do the resume review. ठीक है? कल तो सैटरडे है, देखते हैं होगा कि नहीं होगा. कल कॉन्टेस्ट भी है. यस, संडे को क्लास होगा. आई थिंक संडे को कॉन्टेस्ट डिस्कशन होगा. कॉन्टेस्ट कैंसिल तो संडे को भी क्लास नहीं होगा. ठीक है. Now guys, let me just start off with join operations in SQL. ठीक है. So, guys, such big applications, Zomato, Swiggy, Amazon, all these applications, can their database only have one table? Tell me. Can their database only have one table? No, that is not possible, right? Their databases will have more than one table, and they also need to store separate data in separate places, right? So let's consider our initial example of Swiggy or Zomato, right? So let's say I have a users table that has all the user data, right? I have a user table that has all the user data, UID, name, then I have phone number, then let's say I have address, and let's say I have some more data, but I am not defining it. Sir, please add link in sheet after completing class. Where should we study for this topic on Google? Backtracking के लिए क्या कि join operations के लिए. So SQL के लिए refer to W3 school. Their website has very good content on SQL. Backtracking के लिए you can rewatch the recording. First of all, so I think recording rewatch करने से better कोई explanation मिलेगा नहीं online. Or if you prefer a textual, what do you say? अगर कहीं लिखा हुआ तुमको चाहिए कि कैसे question हुआ solve, तो you can. I think nQueen मत देखना. nQueen is a 2-dimensional problem, so उसमें और confused हो जाओगे. Can you explain weather observation? One second. Right now we are at join operations. So backtracking and recursion are same. Yes, backtracking and recursion are same. Backtracking is a small sub part of recursion rather. Let's not divert ourselves, guys. So users table है, ठीक है? Now, guys, I am a Zomato customer, so naturally I will place food orders, right? I will place my food orders. So where will my orders go? Where will I place my orders? Where will the data of my orders be stored? Tell me. I will need to have a separate table for orders, right? Do you agree? This will have an orders table. It will have the order item. It will have an order ID, right? And how do I know which order was placed by which user? How do I know which order was placed by which user? I will say that the order, every row of the order table will have a user ID. So this user ID here, if I place an order, this order entry will have my user ID. And let's say if a third person places the order, that person's order will have that person's user ID. Is this clear? So what is this? This is a foreign key. What is the meaning of a foreign key? The primary key of another table when present in a table, it is called a foreign key, right? So what is this? This is the orders table. For the orders table, the users table is foreign. So since this key is present here, it is called a foreign key. Is this clear, guys? Users and orders ka hoga, I think one to many, because one user can place many orders, right? But let's not go there, Anubhav, right now. Is this clear, guys? What is a foreign key? A foreign key is basically the primary key of another table present in my current table. So what is user ID? User ID is the primary key of the users table, but it is present over here. Why is it present? So that I can identify which order was placed by which user. Is that clear now? Both are not same table. This is the orders table. This is the users table. यहाँ पे order ID है, item name है, user ID है. यहाँ पे user ID, name, phone address. अलग data है. Is this clear, guys? Now let's say that my manager is asking me to find all orders placed by customers in Kolkata. Find all orders placed by customers in Kolkata. So, does the order table have details about the city? नहीं है, right? Orders table does not know the detail about the city. Which table has the detail about the user city? The users table. So I need to combine the data of both these tables in order to achieve my result. Is this clear? So the query for this will be select star from orders join users on UID where city is equal to Kolkata. Okay. So what is happening, guys? When I am joining both the tables, this join command, what will it do? Let me see if I have these tables in my MySQL written. Yeah, guys. So let's say, guys, that I have this customers table inside my store database. Acha, zoom in. One second, guys. How do you zoom in? I'm not able to increase the font size. Wait, let me just change the screen I'm using. Yeah. Is it better now? Okay. Let me just set up everything. Yeah. So I have selected everything from my store.customers. So this is my customers table, guys, right? I have all my customers, their customer ID, first name, last name, birth date, phone number, address, city, state, and the points. Let's say that Zomato stores the point of the customers. So I have the points that the customers have. Now, let's say I run another simple query where points greater than 2000, right? If I run this, I'm getting only customers with point greater than 2000. I hope this is clear. What am I trying? My SQL workbench, how does it work? That is clear, right? Ab, let's say that I just say store dot orders. Rather, let me just create another SQL file. Yeah. So this is my orders table. It has my order ID. And what does it have? It has my customer ID as well. Is this clear, guys? What is my customer ID? This is the foreign key of my initial customers table, from my initial customers table. Is that clear to everyone? Right. Now, what do I want to do? I want to combine the data of both these tables. So let's say, according to this example, let's say that my manager is asking me for city. Let's say that the person is asking me to find all the orders from the customers from the city Atlanta. Okay. So find all the orders from customers of city Atlanta. So does this customer have an order? Customer number 10 has 2 orders. So I should get 2 orders in my output. Do you agree? So customer number 10 is from Atlanta and this customer has 2 orders. So if I say that I want to find all the orders from customers in Atlanta, I should get 2 rows in my output. Do you agree with that? I cannot write on this screen. That is the problem. The query is find all orders from customers in Atlanta. Right? Not, this is not rocket science, I hope. Okay? Is everybody following? Okay. So what will the query look like? I will do select star from store dot, rather let's leave that. Let's write it here. Store dot orders. I will join store dot customers. I will join it on which value? I will join it on the user ID. So my let's just say go, and over here I will say C on C dot ID. Let's run this. Yeah, and after this I'll just do where
I'm getting my result. Yes, so I'm explaining what is O and C. Just give me 1 second. Let me switch the screen again. So I hope the query is clear, everyone, right? Query सबको समझ में आ गया ना? All saw that I am actually getting the output, right? Yes. So that is basically called an alias. It is called an alias, right? So if I do select star from orders O, then I can refer to the orders table using the variable O. समझ में आया? So later on, if I want to access any particular column of this orders table, I can just do o.customer_id. Right? And guys, why was giving this name necessary? Why was giving this name necessary? Because both tables had same column name. That is why giving this name was necessary, so that it compares o.customer ID to c.customer ID. Is this clear? So let me just share the query as well. So this was the query. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Yeah, you could have done that also, but I had to write this entire thing, store.orders.customer ID. Why do I have to write this store.customer.id? Because store is my database and orders is a table in the database. So on means, so on का मतलब है on which column to compare on. So which column I want to perform the comparison. ठीक है? So it will see over here, let's say user ID 10. Over here user ID is 10 and 10. So it will use values from this column to compare this column. समझ में आया? Yes. Is this clear to you guys now? How many are clear? Answer the poll, guys. Yeah, so more than 90% people are clear, I guess. Some are still having problems. Can you just explain your problem? I can try to answer it. But user cannot have duplicate. So that is, I am not manipulating the users table. I am just joining the two tables in my memory and I am displaying the results. I'm not actually manipulating the table. So let's take one example, small example I'll take. Okay. I'm only, for the sake of simplicity, I'm only considering two columns in my user. Okay. I hope that is understandable to everyone. Okay. Let's say ID 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say name is A, B, C, D. Okay. Users table. Orders maybe, I am, for the sake of simplicity and for the sake of explanation, I am taking only a few number of order ID and user ID. ठीक है, इसको भी user ID बोल देते हैं. Now let's say I have 4 orders, 1, 2, 3, 4, but user is 3, 3, 4, 4. So only user 3 and 4 have placed orders. Is that clear? Now, if I join these two based on that statement, what will be the output? The output will be something like this. User ID. Does user 1 have any order? Does user 1 have any order? ठीक है, ये हो जाएगा. Does user 2 have any order? ठीक है. Does user 3 have any order? Order ID is 1, user ID is 3. Does user 3 have another order? Does user 4 have an order? Yes. Does user 4 have another order? Yes. This is the result. Is this clear to everyone? I hope now. Yeah, this is just the simple join. Now, joins are clear, right? What is the purpose of joining and why am I joining? That is clear to everyone. UID column will be there 2 times. So depends on the join operation. If you perform a natural join, which is something that we'll discuss in some time, then there won't be 2 columns. But if you perform a regular join, there will be 2 columns. If you do a natural join, there won't be 2 columns. So let me know if this is visible. So you can see customer ID is here also and customer ID is here also, right? 2 बार आ रहा है ना? If I just remove this and I do natural join, you can see customer ID will only come once. So what does natural join do, guys? Natural join is smart enough to figure out on which column you want to join by comparing the column name. Is this clear? And since it is smart enough to compare the column name, it only places the column once. समझ में आया? It is simple join to result will be 4 column with 2 UID. Is there? हाँ, तो natural join करोगे तो खाली 3 ही आएगा. If you do natural join here, then this user ID won't be there. ठीक है? Natural join when column names are different. I don't think natural join works like that. It compares the column names only. If two column name same. So natural join will just compare the column names, right? You can see this is null, so it is not doing it. Is this clear to everyone? But we can join 2 different columns. Yes, then you will have, if the column names are different, then you have to write that on which column you want to join. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Basic joins are clear, right? Okay, now let's come to different types of join. So there is another join called right and left join. ठीक है. There are two other types of join called right and left join. ठीक है. So guys, if I am joining user and order, which table is on the left? This is left and this is right. है ना? So what happens in left join? What will happen in left join? When I am doing a simple join, can you see that I am getting, let's say that this is the domain of users and this is the domain of orders, है ना? This is the domain of users and this is the domain of orders. ठीक है? Now, what is the overlap? The overlap is the users who have placed orders. ठीक है? So यहाँ पर कौन कौन आ गया? यहाँ पे यूजर 3 और 4 आ गया. और इस पॉइंट पे कौन है? The users who haven't placed orders, which is 1 and 2, right? समझ में आ रहा है? Is this clear? And what is this? This is orders without users. Is this possible? Is this possible that there is an order without a user? No. So this entire thing will be null. ठीक है? Is the Venn diagram clear to everyone? ठीक है? Is my writing visible? Cursor I'm not moving, I'm only writing. So I hope my writing is visible to everyone. Yeah. Okay. So what will left outer join do? If I do left outer join over here, so there is left outer join and inner join. There are lots of different combinations. So let me just run the query and help you understand. This I had, right? So, and I'm just removing this where clause because I am only trying to join. Let me just remove this left outer as well. Okay. If I run this, everywhere I have customer ID. Can you see that? Everywhere I have customer ID and everywhere I have order ID. But here my order is coming first and then I am joining my customers. So what does this mean? My customer is on the right side. So I will just place my customer on the left side first of all. And let me run this again. Now, every customer ID and every order I'm getting over here, right? I'm getting every customer ID and every order ID. Do you agree, guys? I have all the order IDs here and all the customer IDs as well. Are you following? Right? And customer 10 has 2 orders. So I have 2 instances of customer 10, right? Customer number 10 has 2 orders. So I have 2 instances of customer 10. When I am performing a simple join of customers and orders, customer is on the left side, order is on the right side. What is my output? What is my output? I am having 10 number of orders, right? And I also have 10 customers. है ना? What is the length of my, how many columns do I have? How many rows do I have? I have 10 rows. Why? Because there were only 10 orders. When I'm performing this join, only this common section is getting taken. समझ में आ रहा है? So if I have 10 orders, then only 10 customers will show up. Is this clear now? Another thing you can see that customer number 1 does not have any orders placed. So customer ID में customer number 1 is not present. Can you see that? Is customer number 1 present in customer ID? No, it is not. Why? Because customer number 1 hasn't placed any orders. You can see in the output of orders. Where did the output go? Select star from store dot orders. Yeah. So can you see, guys, does customer one have any order here? Does customer one have any order? No, right? Customer one does not have any order. So in my join, in this common area, will the person with no order be in the common area? No, it will be over here, right? है ना? So what if I want to include this person with no orders as well? What if I want to include this person with no orders as well? I will perform left outer join. So इधर में can you see customer ID 1 is now here? Customer ID 1 is now present over here, but all the orders column for that customer is null because that customer does not have any order. Is this clear to everyone? Similarly, just imagine a hypothetical situation that there was an order which was null, which did not have a customer. So what would I do if I wanted that order in my output? I would do a right outer join. What will that do? That will basically include the orders with no customer ID into my output. Is the concept of left outer join and right outer join clear? So this is my regular join. This is my left outer join, and this is my right outer join. ठीक है? Right and left are getting, so whichever table I am writing first, whichever table name I am writing first, that is on the left. Now let's say that execute right. If I execute right, I am getting all the orders. Why? Because all orders have customer IDs. समझ में आया? But if I just swap orders with customers, and if I run this, you can see I'm getting all the customer ID, all the customers. I'm getting one also. Everybody got it? Yes, this is just regular inner join. Yes, regular join is inner join, which will only take the common part. Left outer join will take this left with null and the common, and right outer join will take right with null and the common. Is this clear to everyone? I have this create database file. I can share it with you, but SQL Monday go we will do the data, we will do this create commands and all. So Monday को बताते हैं. I'll share it with you guys after Monday. So guys, only 5 minutes left. Resume भेजो. Okay, Gagan Chirag Gangwani. So email ID hyperlink, nice. You have your LinkedIn hyperlink, lead code hyperlink, nice. Try to add GitHub as well. Education formatting looks good. BTech, fine. All good. Rajiv Bhani, yes. Diploma, fine. Skills you can, yeah, no problem. You can place it here also. You can put it at the bottom also. Links you have already added on top. So this is repetitive. Coursework, AccioJob, okay, fine. This is also fine. Mention the date of the coursework as well. Please send links, guys. I don't want my, if you have the link of your resume, please send the drive link. Then project, add the links of the project if that is possible. Otherwise, this looks good. Also add the tech stack. You haven't added you only have written Java. You may have used Applet or something to create a snake game, right? Then e-commerce website, HTML and CSS नहीं लिखते हैं. E-commerce website बनाया तो कोई ना कोई framework you may have used to write that. Okay. Try to add links for your project. Otherwise, projects are fine, and add the good keywords. What was the stack that you used? Java certificate. Okay, fine. Nice. Is that clear, Chirag? Any part that you want me to explain? Am I audible, guys? Okay. Skipping this. Abhilash. This is not, I mean, this looks very empty. Just try to reduce the margins and try to make a fuller resume. This looks like just you have added blank spaces on a lot of places. Otherwise, it is okay. LinkedIn and GitHub you have added. You have also added demo, so nice. Coursework. Try to make a fuller resume. This is very empty. This is restricted, not opening it. So repeated points, guys. Again, this, don't put it like this. Try to put it as normal text. I think you have just used the same format of some of the resumes that we have discussed before. So won't repeat my points. Formatting is, but the formatting is fine on this one. Projects का section में GitHub link है, ठीक है, और GitHub link है. If you can add the demo link as well, that would be good. ठीक है. Achievements, make this as a bullet. ऐसे अलग अलग से समझ में नहीं आ रहा. I can't say that you have 4 achievements. Make this as a bullet, so I will be sure that you have 4 achievements. Certifications, fine. Languages, again, don't write English, Hindi, Marathi. Rohit, again, similar kind of resume. Two columns, coding profiles. You can add coding profiles over here. There is a lot of space. No need to dedicate a separate section. Internship में क्या link add किए हो? Is this the internship letter? Okay, so for this one you have the live demo and the source code. So this is good. And yeah, rest of all looks good. This is nice. और क्या है? Who have shared it earlier? Harish Meet and Mohammad Shamshad. Can you share the link of the drive? Meet. Okay. Yeah, so not taking any more, guys. Just these two I'll review and we're done. Again, Shamshad, this is very empty. I mean, you don't have a lot of content to add. So try to add more stuff. Try to describe your things better. Only one line you have written for your project. This won't do. This is a very empty resume. The person will think that you haven't done a lot of stuff, right? So try to make it full. Try to describe your things better. You can write 2-3 lines about the project and 2-3 lines about the coursework. Meet, okay. Email ID, LinkedIn, GitHub. Self description, nice. Education section looks good. Work experience, intern, okay. Pitched unique, interesting idea. This is very good. So problem, solution, outcome, nice. Project you have mentioned, you know me, okay. Sell high quantity audios, okay. Courses, AccuJob, succeeded in workplace by this. and communication and okay. So add some technical courses as well, more technical courses, and add a description to AccuJob course. Just writing AccuJob is not enough. Achievements is fine. Professional skills is okay, fine. Okay, just taking one more. We have added the links. Book recommendation system. This is the code. Okay, fine. And this is again the code, I guess. Yes. And this is again the code. Fine. Technical skills, fine. Certification is fine. You can improve a little bit on the formatting part. Otherwise, you have good content added here. ठीक है, थोड़ा अच्छा कोई एक अच्छा टेम्पलेट यूज कर सकते हो. बेटर टेम्पलेट में बेटर लगेगा. Pooja, so this resume is very empty. Try to add more content. Try to fill it with more information about what you have done, what you have not done. Having blank spaces is not good. So try to make it fuller. That's all I can say right now. Okay, education section is fine. You have added the links. That is good. Projects, add the links of the project. अच्छा link है, okay. This link is not visible अच्छे से, so make it more visible. Do something so that it attracts attention. This does not attract attention at all. Courses, fine. Interest, put it below technical skills. Technical skills are more important. No access. Okay, guys, done for the day. ठीक है guys, चलो. I'll see you guys in tomorrow तो नहीं, maybe I'll see you next week now. Good night everyone. Bye bye. Pritish, just send it to me on DM. I'll review it for you later. ठीक है, bye bye.